There are places in the world where time does not pass it, festers beneath a crumbling fortress on the edge of a forgotten land. There was such a place. A prison not marked on maps, not spoken of in records, and certainly not visited by those who valued their sanity. Its walls were thick, its corridors narrow, and its purpose long abandoned, or so people believed. For deep within its lowest chamber, behind rusted iron bars, and a door that had not been opened in decades, a prisoner still lived. The young guard, Elias, had only been assigned to the fortress a month ago. He was not like the others. He still asked questions. Why do we patrol a prison with no prisoners? He had asked on his first day. The older guards exchanged uneasy glances, because one of them muttered, "Some doors are better left closed." That answer did not satisfy Elias. He had grown up hearing stories of justice, of redemption, of the importance of mercy. Every night, as he made his rounds, he noticed something strange. At the very end of the lowest hallway, there was a door. Unlike the others, it was not covered in dust. Unlike the others, it had fresh scratches along its surface, and sometimes he heard breathing. The first time Elias mentioned it, the captain snapped at him. "You will not go near that door." "Why?" Elias pressed. "Because whatever is inside is no longer our concern." And so, one night when the fortress slept and the torches burned low, Elias made a choice. He took a lantern and he went down. The air grew colder with every step. The walls seemed to close in, the silence thick enough to choke on. When he reached the door, he hesitated. Up close, it was worse than he imagined. The iron was warped. "Hello," he called softly. At first, nothing. Then a voice. "Is someone there?" It was hoarse, barely human. A whisper dragged across broken glass. Elias froze. "Yes," he said. I'm a guard. How long have you been in there?" The answer came slowly. "I stopped counting." When the light stopped coming, Elias frowned. "There's no record of a prisoner down here." A faint, bitter laugh echoed from within. Then the voice spoke once more. "Tell me, does the sky still exist?" The question struck Elias like a blade. "Yes," he said. "It does." Another pause. "I would like to see it again." That night, Elias did not sleep. He thought of the voice, fragile, broken, forgotten. The next evening, he brought food. As he pushed it in, he caught a glimpse of movement too fast, too unnatural. "Why are you helping me?" the prisoner asked. Elias hesitated, because no one else is. Days turned into weeks. Elias continued visiting the prisoner in secret. He brought food, water, and conversation. The prisoner asked many questions about the world. It was as though it were trying to remember how to be human. One night, Elias made a decision. "I can get you out," he said. The words hung in the air like a fragile promise. The prisoner shifted in the darkness. "You are certain I deserve freedom?" Elias didn't hesitate. Yes, it took 3 nights to gather the keys. On the 4th, Elias stood before the door once more, his heart pounding. "Open it," the prisoner said. The lock resisted at first, as if unwilling to surrender its burden. Then, with a loud, echoing click, it gave way. Elias pushed the door open. The smell hit him first. Rot and damp and something far worse. He raised the lantern and froze. The figure in the cell was wrong. Its limbs were too long. Skin clung to bone in unnatural ways, pale as death. Its eyes reflected the lantern light, like an animal's. It smiled. "Too wide, too sharp. You came back," it said. Elias staggered back. "What? What happened to you?" The creature tilted its head. "You did." Before Elias could react, it moved. Faster than anything human, it lunged forward, stopping just inches from him. "You opened the door," it whispered. Elias's breath came in sharp gasps. I wanted to help you, and you did." The creature straightened, stepping out of the cell for the first time in decades. Its bones cracked as it moved. "Do you know what happens when you leave something in darkness for too long? It changes. The torches flickered violently as the creature stepped into the hallway. It inhaled deeply, as though tasting the air. "Freedom," it murmured. Then it looked at Elias. "And now, the world." Elias stumbled backward. "Wait, please." But the creature was already moving. It passed him without another word. The screams began minutes later. Elias collapsed against the wall, his mind reeling. He had wanted to do the right thing. But as the echoes of chaos filled the fortress, one terrible truth became clear. Some things are not meant to be saved. By morning, the fortress stood silent once more. The doors were open, the guards were gone, and the prisoner was no longer forgotten. Some say it still walks under open skies, searching. Others say it was never the prisoner who was truly lost, but the kindness that set it free. And deep, beneath the empty fortress, the cell remains open, waiting for the next person who believes that all cages are meant to be unlocked.